Welcome to Perspectives Unfiltered. Today we have Miss Lyric in the building. Period. Protective Styles by Lyric. It's here, y'all. And she look good, y'all. She look cute. So today, y'all, we're going to be talking about the weight of loss. Some of you may know or may not know, but Lyric lost her mom a little over a year ago. And we just going to talk about the unfiltered process of grieving, healing, and how you overcome and get through it. So you ready to get into it? Let's get into it. I'm excited, y'all. Okay, so like I said, the topic is the weight of loss. Can you share your first experience with grief and how it shaped you?
hmm So my first experience with grief was unfortunately my mom, and it really, you said, shaped me.
How did it shape you?
It changed my life forever. Like, it's something that you really don't, like, everybody always be like, oh, I don't know what I would do. Like, and you truly don't know what you would do until you're in that moment. I feel like it made me a woman, but it broke me down so bad to the point where it was like I had to like confine my life again. Like, I don't even feel like for like a solid like 6 months, I don't even feel like I was even human. Like, I felt like I didn't feel anything for a while. I felt like everything was going fast, but I was just moving slow. And for the longest, like, my anxiety was terrible. I couldn't go places without like the fear of death. Like, I didn't like to go places unless my close ones were with me because I didn't want to be somewhere and something happened. Like, it was just like all over the place. Like, I honestly can't even explain like what it was, but like it took forever for me to like just get back to myself. And I genuinely felt like something had to happen. Like, I don't know if you ever heard the saying that something has to die for something to grow. And not saying necessarily that my mom had to die, but something had to happen for me to be like, who is Lyric? Like, what is Lyric? Like, what does she want out of this life? Like, and as hard as it was now, I feel like I thank God for that. Like, I thank God for just putting me in a situation where my back was so against the wall that I didn't have no choice but to lean on him and his own understanding about it.
Yeah.
So it was just like, yes, it was traumatic, but like it grew something beautiful out of it. Like, I feel so unstoppable. Like, I know that everywhere that I go, like, my mom is right there. Like, no matter how lonely I may feel in the moment, like, I know at the end, like, she'll never leave me alone. Like,
Right.
she always right there.
Right. Okay. So what has been the hardest part of the grieving process for you think?
Feeling lonely. Okay. Like, I would just, like, no matter how many people are around me, I just always feel by myself. But yeah, probably that, the anxiety that comes with it. Like, I mean, and just navigating through life without a mom, for real, like, that's just hard, period. And like, not to say like my mom's loss would, like, losing her would be greater than anyone else, but it's just like that's the woman who birthed me. So it's like, for that to be the first loss that I ever experienced, for real, that's my, I ain't even prepare me for this. You just went in, killed. Probably just navigating life without her and just feeling lonely.
Right.
In the moment.
Right. Okay. I get that 100% because with me being 34 years old, I don't know what, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do without my mom.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just, that's something I think, like, I'm a deep thinker.
Yeah.
So I think about stuff like that all the time. Like, my oldest daughter get ready to be 17. My mama has lived to help me raise all four of my kids. Right. There is no way in hell I raised my kid without my mama. Like, even to now, like, my kids now have a good dad, but still, like, we need my mom. Yeah, of course, my significant other doesn't have his mom. She's passed also, at a young age for him. Well, he was a young age, but like now for me, I don't know what the hell I would do without my mom. Right. I don't know when I see you, when I see other people that I know that have lost their mama, I'd be like, how are they navigating? How are they, like, I know it's got to bother you when things happen and you can't pick up the phone and say, mom, like I call my mom every day just for nothing. I was trying to get for nothing. That's not literally now. She be like, what, LaShawn say? I was like, girl, you know. So I cannot imagine, like, that is just, oh gosh. Do you feel like Greek has changed your life in unexpected ways?
Yes. Okay. Uh, I think like it was learning in that. I think it was growth in that whole experience. I think that yeah, I'm definitely not the same person I was a few years ago. Like I wasn't the same initially when it happened, but like I really feel like a grown woman now. Like I really like now. I don't know if it's like because I'm 25 now or something, but like now it's like I really feel unstoppable. Like I really feel like can't shit stop me. Like if I want it, I'm gonna get it. That's just what it is. But yes, I do think it changed me. And honestly, I'm really, really proud of the woman that I am today. Like I really have no complaints about me.
Yeah, serious. Period. Accurate. So let's say, like, when I say let's dig a little deeper into like unexpected, are you surprised that you came to be this woman that you are now? Do you feel like if your mom hadn't passed, you would still be playing around and still be childish? Do you feel like that was the unexpected part of it for you? The fact that you did grow to how you have grown?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like I would have been like, a good woman, but I feel like it would have just been at a standstill. Because honestly, before she passed, like I was just having fun.
Yeah.
Life was fun.
Yeah. You ain't
I got my own area. Like I'm just outside. We right. And now I feel like my relationship with God is really strong. Like I make it a priority to make it to church. Like just things that I wasn't like, I wasn't worried about in church. I wasn't worried about that. I wasn't worried about getting my own something sweet. Like none of that was in my head. Like I just felt like I was just living life. And granted, like I'm like in my younger 20s, but it's just like I feel like that happening just made me like it just gave me the push that I really needed because for the longest I would feel like because like all my friends have kids. So like I would always feel like, oh, they got their kids to live for. I always felt like I really didn't have anything. Like, what am I really doing? Like
Get that.
and then like once that happened, I'm just like, this is what I live for. Like this, I will carry my mom's legacy. Like I will make it my job to make sure that when they think of Carla Bird's daughter, they think about Big Lily.
Yeah.
Like this with Big Lily.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Yes. I agree 100%. If he find he say lyric, I'll be like, oh, lyric to brag. Call her bird. Yeah. Those lyrics, he say, call a bird, they go on their own name. Just call a bird.
And never just call her. Let's call a bird. Just call her.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how do you feel like you cope with your grief now?
God. I run to God. So church, whether it's prayer or if I can't get to prayer at church, I write, braid. I keep myself busy. The only thing with keeping yourself busy is the one thing about grief is you cannot outrun that. Like no matter how much you try, like that little joint could fast. Like you can't outrun, like you cannot outrun that. And for the longest, I tried to, and I felt like I was beating it, and every time it caught up to me, like that's something you can't outrun. So I just pray a whole lot, and when I get in my moods, I had my moment, I cried out, and that's just I swear it's God. Like I'm definitely not operating on my own strength. Like I ain't got no strength for it. Like this not me. This is really God. So
Like, yes, it's hard. Yes, yes, yes. So, in terms of like coping with your grief, how do you cope? Is it harder on holidays, anniversaries, birthdays? How do you navigate with those milestones that come?
because grief was just so tricky. Like I'll go through like for instance like Christmas and Thanksgiving. I didn't cry this year. Like I wasn't sad. And then like her birthday just passed the other day, and I literally couldn't get myself together. So it's just so back and forth. But depending on how I am, if I just feel like I'm just in a mood, I'll just stay away. I don't really like to project on people, and I know with my family, like everybody DNA moves at certain times. So if I'm feeling away, I just don't want them to feel that off of me or feel that energy radiating off of me. So I'll just stay away for a few hours, and then once I get myself back together, like I'll come around. But um, it do be hard, like, but it be random and sporadic. It don't be every holiday or every like it could just be a rainy day, and my mom loved rain, and I'm just having a bad day. It's raining outside, my mom here, and I'm thinking about her. Right. So it just depends. Like I keep my distance. Like, and me and my siblings, we like on the water sometimes. So sometimes when we in our moods, we just got apart for a little.
Right.
So just stay away.
Right. Okay. 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 So just to piggyback a little bit off what you said, just now about your family and sometimes how y'all are like all the more.
Mhm.
Do you feel like grief has affected the relationships with your family or maybe your friends?
Yes, I think grief has brought me and my siblings closer. Like we almost like depend on each other more because like our like my sister is like old. I ain't gonna say her age because she be getting but my sister is older, so like we never really had a relationship because it was just like, girl, why is you snitching to my mom? Like, girl, you're supposed to get home coach, you my sister. And so now that like I'm old enough and I can really hang with the big dogs now, it's like, girl, I really like I fool with you. You're cold for real, but you ain't have to snitch on me. So like I think like right before my mom died, me and my sister got extremely close, like randomly. And I always say like there was nobody but God because he knew that we would need each other like the most. So like my relationship with all my siblings now, like we're really close. We talk more. We make it a priority to like see each other, like whether that's just them stopping by my suite or like I go by my brother's job. Like we just make sure we see each other. As far as my friends were literally like my backbone, and none of my friends have ever lost parents. None of them, I don't think, or not a mom. And they really like made it their priority to be there for me as much as they could, and like as much as they could understand. Because if you never been through it, you truly just don't get it. And it like it's nothing wrong with that, but they did as much as they could. Like, and I really am appreciative of them. So it did change. I felt like for a while I wasn't capable of being a good friend.
Right.
And I felt like I was so all over the place and like just like I don't know, like I feel like I was a little messy during that time period because I was still trying to find my way. I just didn't have it, and through all of that they gave me grace, and I really am appreciative of that because like they definitely could have been like, girl, like you want some other stuff, we is not dealing with that.
Shout out to her friends.
We need to but yes, I do think it changed our relationship, but I think our relationships are very strong now, and they were always solid, but they're really like solid now.
Like family.
Yeah.
Ain't friends, no more. Very family. Okay, so as far as like lessons with grief, what do you think it has taught you about life and love?
It has taught me to cherish people because it can all be taken away so quickly, and it'll be too late. Like we'll fix it. It's not worth having to wonder if they forgave you or if they all good now. Like just fix it. Even if like, forgiveness doesn't require reconciliation. So even if you just say, I forgive you, even if you ain't sorry, like this is for me. Like, just forgive them, right? It's okay. It's life. Like me and my mom's relationship was so back and forth.
Right.
And the thing that I thank God the most for was when she passed, we were on speaking terms. Because one thing about us, honey, we would go without talking. And she would blind me. She would tell my dad, fuck you and the kids. Like, great girl! What the kids do? We be shit on her. Yeah. But we were on speaking terms. So I would just say, like, fix it. It's just not worth it. And like, even like with me and my mom not really like talking about our issues, like even though we were on speaking terms, there was still stuff that needed to be unpacked that was not unpacked.
Right.
And I find myself dwelling on that a lot because it's like, damn, like I did not get to fix this with you. Like, and I'm at her grave like, girl, I'm sorry. Like, I hope you forgive me. I hope you can hear me. But
right.
It's just not worth it. Like, just fix it. Just fix it.
I agree on that 100%. I think when it comes down to forgiveness, it's for you, not for them. And I just feel like there's so many people that are scared to go and ask somebody for forgiveness just because they're scared of what that person might say.
Yeah.
It ain't for them.
Right.
It ain't for them. At the end of the day, if you go to that person and you say, look, I'm sorry, I offended you, I'm here taking accountability for that. And then some people will drag it out and think that you owe them more than that.
Right.
I don't owe you nothing more than that. If I said I'm sorry and I'm sorry, I'm taking accountability for it. A lot of people have gotten like asking me, like my mom was always big on don't say you sorry because you ain't a sorry motherfucker.
Yes, that's my dad.
My dad must say that all the time. So when I get around people and I say things like I apologize, people feel like I'm not taking accountability or I'm not really quote unquote sorry. But I'm just wired that way. Right. I'm not gonna tell you I'm sorry because I'm not no sorry motherfucker. Yeah. I'm not sorry. I said I apologize. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. And I just feel like that should be enough to fix it, especially if a person know you. So that one, it's so big on fixing it. Like definitely, if it can be fixed, fix it. You know, and there are some people that you just can't fix up with. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. And you just don't learn to go on with your life.
And also like, however they receive it, like that literally you with you. Like you said what you needed to say, and I mean if they don't want to come around, they don't want to come around. It's fine. Like, but as long as you know that you did your part.
It ain't on you. It's not on you. It's not on you at all. So like when it comes down to like as far as like future, references, like as far as stuff that you have going on when it come down to like kids? Do you want to have kids?
I'll be back and forth.
Okay.
I used to judge it off of like, my mom had me at 30. She passed away at 53rd.
Okay.
So I'd be like, I'm 25. I'm coming. I ain't got no man.
Right.
So I don't know if I want to. Not saying like not taking out my life or whatever. Like, I'm gonna die early, but I'm just saying like I'll be back and forth. What was the question?
So what I'm getting at is like if you were to have children, you were saying like you at your mom's grave and the stuff that you're still trying to unpack. How will that scenario change for you? Let's say you don't even have kids. Let's just say you have a falling out with friends or a family member. How do you unpack those things now that you dealt with the grief?
I don't drag it as long.
Okay.
Because I used to be a grudge holder for real, and I used to want people to only come to me. Like, come apologize to me. Like, I ain't really, no. Because you're not going to make me look stupid. I ain't paying you to apologize, and you like, like, no. But I just don't hang on to it. Like, I'll apologize. Like, I'm quick to apologize.
That's it.
Yeah, like.
That's something I'm still working on. I'm a grudge holder.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm a grudge holder, and I'm a grudge holder to a certain extent. But because I have never dealt with a grief like yours before, but I have lost, like friends or aunties and uncles or whatever that is like fathers and moms.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to get out of holding grudges, but I'm a different type of grudge holder. I'm the grudge holder that if you cross me and I've done nothing to you and I've absolutely been the best that I can be to you, whether that's friend, spouse, whatever, I can hold that grudge back up. Like, yeah, I'm trying to grow out of that. And this one that I go to therapy every week. That's one of the things she understood. She's like, you still hold on to the shots. I thought we broke on that last week. No, bitch, we didn't. No, bitch, we didn't. I picked it back up. But like, no, I get off the phone. I'm with her. Oh, I ain't mad no more. Honey, still mad as hell. Still mad. That's Friday morning. You know what? A whole nother week. She's like, well, we ain't back that yet. No, I'm mad. I'm mad at them up. I'll just have. But I'm trying to be, because I do understand that life is so short and things are happening and people are dropping like flies out here. I am trying to work on that, but it's hard.
No, that is hard. And I also feel like when you did what you were supposed to do in a friendship or relationship, platonic, romantic, like whatever, like that really don't be your loss. And it just kind of be like, it's really a reflection of them. Like, it's really a reflection of how they feel about themselves. Like, you don't even got nothing to do with you, right? Mm-hmm. You wronged me for no reason.
Yeah.
You just could have came and hollered at me. You don't leave that lead.
Yeah. So that I can agree with that. I do want to learn. I do want to eventually get to where you are. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want it to take me to lose someone to get to that point. But that's just where I'm at right now. Right. We can run that street on fire now. I won't spit on your ass if I'm mad at you. Like that's how bad it is. Yeah. No, this I might throw some Casamigos. And I back up.
Light it back up.
It's crazy. Yeah, light them right, light them right back up. Get some kerosene.
I think I'll throw a little piece of wood on there.
Yeah, I am. So, as far as grief, what has surprised you the most about it?
I don't know. I guess how I kept going. Because I ain't have it on me. Real. And the people that I no longer connected to, I will say, like, I definitely lost a lot of people, like, during that stage of my life. Like, a lot of people you just don't connect with no more. And I'm an open book. Like, I'll tell somebody anything they want to know about me. Like, I take pride in the fact that I've never met a stranger. Like, I feel like I'm just, like, I'm a people person and I love being open for people. But I guess, like, I can be a little bit more, like, standoffish now. Like, or just skeptical about the people that I want around. Or I'm very irritable towards people who are still the same and they don't change. I've noticed that too. Like, I just would rather not have you around. You still the same person when you in high school.
Yeah.
I ain't there no
We
more.
ain't grew, yeah. We ain't grew no one.
So I guess not, like, yeah. People just be
changing.
Yeah. It just don't be worth it. Like, we cool, but I gotta feed you with a long handle spoon.
Right.
Like, if you need me, I'm here, but just be over there and I'm gonna be
Stay over there.
Yeah.
Right. So, let's talk like the process of the funeral and people coming around, maybe packing, because y'all, let me tell y'all something about Carla Bird. Carla Bird Had me walking 20 minutes to the church. I just walked down the hill, up the hill, and still couldn't get in the church.
It was
Had to sit in the balcony. I have never. This was Whitney Houston, and I love Whitney. Rest in peace. Her funeral ain't have nothing on Collarburn.
I know for real.
Collarbur's funeral was lit, and the after party was lit. I mean, both sides of the street.
I was hurt.
Yeah, you was. Oh, y'all was for real. Y'all was lit. Y'all was lit, and it's crazy because I never knew Jeffrey was your brother.
For real.
I grew up with him in Rivermont. Like,
Period. Right on early.
Right on early. Big E. Grew up there. I never knew that was your brother. And when I saw him at the funeral up there with y'all, I was like, oh my God.
Like, what is he doing?
I said, what the hell he doing up there? I was so shocked. But when it comes down to like people being there for y'all, I do know that once the funeral go and days come and people start to disperse, is there like, I don't know how I want to word it. Is there like any like regrets for people that came around and they're not coming around anymore, or don't pick up the phone and check on y'all?
I have no regrets. None. But my dad made it very clear when he spoke at my mom's funeral, like, even if y'all don't got them, I got them.
Facts.
So he stood on that. Like,
he did.
I don't really like. I don't miss out on nobody that ain't here. Like, I really got a solid foundation around me for real. So it's like, whatever. I knew it was gonna be like that. Like, it's for the hype right now. Like,
Right.
Collarburn, everybody want to be around with the car, huh? Like, get a car. But it's like, I knew that was for the moment. I knew that wasn't gonna last forever.
Right.
I mean, it was cool while it was there, but like, my dad made it very clear, like, this just for the hype. But once everything died down, casket closed, everybody go back to work next week, like, it ain't gonna be none of that. And so I was kind of prepared. So no, I really won't surprise by any of that.
Okay. That's good. Cause I know like, I was watching this girl's podcast the other day and she was just talking about like, she lost her dad or something. And she was just saying how she regretted like the people were coming around and was like fixing food and all that. She was an only child and she had like 4 or 5 kids. And, as soon as her dad's funeral was over, like the next day, it was just like, nobody was there. And she was like, I just regret, I guess, like opening up her feelings to certain people thinking that they was going to be there and it wasn't right. Okay, yeah.
I could see how that's like, especially, I don't know what I would do if I was the only child.
Yeah.
Like, all right, no. Excuse me. So I can only imagine like being the only child and having to go through the funeral process and do all of that. And then like everybody at my house comforting me. And then like, I don't hear from nobody no more.
Like, y'all stood solid and strong. I was so, y'all literally got up there at the funeral and said, y'all, I'm Alvin and he back here.
No, for real.
And I'm just like, everybody just bucked out there. I'm like, wait a minute. Now, hold up. Her sister looking like, hold on.
She's talking about my girls all. They heard me, Big Alvin. Y'all are in shit once.
Yeah, I know.
They helping y'all to take patience.
I know that your mama just died laughing when it happened. Because the whole church bucked out laughing. And I think it was a really good moment to like break the ice in the room or whatever, when it came down. So it's so like, as far as like, you're like, I seen all of y'all were like really standing strong. Y'all did it really, really good. Better than I would have been. Because I would have been underneath the pew. Y'all would have been.
I want to jump up in the casket with her.
Honey, I'm surprised you did. Y'all, when I say strength, honey, you are looking at it. The strength was admirable.
Thank you.
I know your mom was so proud. Do you feel like in the moment you had to be strong and that you were carrying your family and your siblings on your back, or you felt like y'all was each other's mallets?
I feel like me and my sister had the most pressure on us.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout the process, like, yeah, me and my sister. But I feel like as it went on, like, we was kind of just like navigating off each other, like we got each other. But I feel like me and my sister had the most. But I felt like I couldn't really break down like I wanted to because I had a little brother, like,
Right.
that's younger than me, and he just lost his mom. It's like I don't know. Like, I feel like he's still a baby at that point. Like,
Yeah.
like you're not even 21 yet, and you ain't got your mom. Like
Right.
you, and it's like, so I feel like for the longest, like it was like me and my sister just trying to balance everything out. And I felt like for the longest, my sister was like mom again. Like she was always like mom to me and my little brother, but like I feel like she had to be like mom again. Like she planning a birthday, like she planning stuff for us to get together. Like she's just doing all this. So definitely me and my sister, for sure.
Okay. That makes sense. I could see that. That's why I asked that. Because I was watching like the block party thing y'all did there at the Y, and I'm watching you and you going everywhere and everybody's coming to you and I'm like, damn, y'all let her bleed. Like y'all coming to her because the car down the street beeping. That's me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, she just buried her mama. Like let's let her grieve for a second. And then we can, we called it. Yeah. And I think that's another thing too when it comes down to it. So when it comes down to healing after all that you've been through, how do you know when you're healing and getting better?
I guess when I don't handle certain stuff the same way, I'm not as easily triggered. And that's not to say like my mom's death won't trigger me at all, but how I handle those moments where I just can't get myself together, like knowing how to navigate through them. Because at first I would just be like bedridden. Like I can't get out of bed today. Like when my mom's death is really on my back right now, like, and I just can't do it. And I do have moments where I'm just like, damn, like, ain't no way I can get out of bed. I just can't do it. I'm just not gonna do it. Like, I just want to sit here and cry. But I guess when I push myself, like, sometimes I really do have to push myself to just get up and like, girl, go get in the shower, get ready to cry. Like, I done had plenty of days where I just want to cancel the whole day. I ain't even trying to do no hair. I don't want to see no hair because that remind me of my mom too. I ain't trying to. So how I managed to like pick myself up and handling certain things, like I think I was very angry like after my mom passed and easily triggered, but I so desperately wanted people around. So it's like I held on. Like just being able to just get out the bed and go is enough for me to know that I'm making progress. And like grief doesn't have a time limit, so you take as long as you need. Can't nobody tell you when you should be over it, how far you should be in your process. And grief is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 1, 8, 7, 5, 4, 2, 1. Like it's all over the place. Like you could feel like you almost at the finish line with your grief and you didn't have bodied it. And now you back at square one. So that's how I know I'm doing better in my healing journey, when I'm able to handle certain situations differently than what I would.
That's good. That's good. And I know that's got to be a lot. That's a lot. It's being on your plate and just still trying to overcome and making sure you're doing that. And I'm just so proud of you. From the outside looking in, I am proud of you. I love everything that you're doing, and I know your mama will be so proud.
Thank you.
Well, y'all, that is Perspectives Unfiltered for the day. Like I said, this is Lyric. Y'all go follow her. She is a bomb braider here in the Berg. Y'all can reach out to her by Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. She'll take y'all and get you right and braid your own up. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Until next time.